We're delighted to learn that the Samsung Z Fold 6 may be making a significant modification to its cover display. According to leaker Ice Universe on Twitter, the Z Fold 6 may be inspired by the S24 Ultra, which the leaker earlier stated will have a larger display. This could suggest that the Z Fold 6 will have a bigger cover display rather than the super skinny screen design seen on previous Z Fold devices. However, unlike the Google Pixel Fold, sample photography reveals that the increased width will not come at the expense of the screen height. I have fantastic news. My S24 Ultra rendering has been validated by the supply chain. If you are still not pleased with S24 Ultra, check out this video of one of Fold 6's prototype designs. The central frame, flat bottom, and Radeon are identical to the design. During our time with the Pixel Fold, we discovered that the bigger screen made the phone considerably more comfortable to use than the Z Fold series slim design. Not only was it more pleasant to carry, but the added breadth made the Google Foldable feel considerably less cramped in the process. We've already heard speculations of the Z Fold 6 getting a radical redesign, and Ice Universe's tweet could reveal one of the possibilities. It's unclear whether Samsung always intended to widen the phone for the next generation, or if it was inspired by Google. In any case, we'd be happy to see this prototype design make it to the final phone. According to Ice Universe, this Z Fold 6 prototype is remarkably close to concepts for the S24 Ultra, which they now claim are confirmed by the supply chain. That means the Z Fold 6 design could have considerably straighter edges and acute corners than the Z Fold 5, which had more rounded corners and edges. However, both devices look to have a pretty thick bezel, which we hope does not last till the final product. After witnessing the massive Pixel Fold bezels, we don't want this design choice to come again. Another striking feature of the prototype is the lack of a selfie camera cutout. This might be a simple case of not needing to include it at this early stage, or Samsung may be considering adding an under-display selfie camera to the outer display. If the latter occurs, we truly hope for a significant improvement in shot quality. Of course, the S24 Ultra won't be available until early next year, and the Z Fold 6 isn't expected until mid to late summer. So there's plenty of time for these designs to evolve, for better or worse. So whether you're looking for the greatest Samsung phones or the company's top low-cost phones, there are numerous variables to consider, ranging from camera quality, power, and battery life, to affordability and lifespan. Everyone's needs vary, but to help you limit the large number of Samsung phones available today, we've outlined the 3 factors to consider when purchasing a Samsung phone. The first is the camera, which is an important function of smartphones for some but not everyone. So, before selecting a photography-focused Samsung model, think about how important smartphone photography is to you. If you're a serious photographer, one of the greatest camera phones, like as the S24 Ultra, may be a worthy investment. Otherwise, you may easily get by with something that doesn't prioritize photography as much. Photography, such as the S24 Plus, or a lower-cost device, such as the Samsung Galaxy S54. It's important to consider the kind of images you take if you use your phone a lot for photography. You probably don't need a long-distance telephoto lens if you're not taking pictures of far-off subjects, so you can forego the Ultra models and go for something like the S24, which still has a 3x optical zoom. You can even do without the zoom camera entirely and get something like the Z Flip 5. Another significant feature of smartphones is their good battery life. How important this is to you will probably depend on how often you use it, how easy it is to charge it during the day, and how long it lasts. The irritation that comes with having to keep it on charge. These are questions only you can answer, but if you're looking for a phone that can withstand even the busiest and longest days, you might want to look into the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra has better battery life than any previous iPhone or Galaxy Ultra. You won't find better battery life on a phone worth buying, according to our assessment of the product. In any case, because they can hold a larger battery, larger Samsung phones typically have longer battery life. Foldable phones, however, are an exception because of their additional components, which take up less inside space and allow for smaller batteries. However, they and smaller handsets should still be appropriate for lighter users. Whether you would want a stylus with your smartphone is the last thing to think about. While not all of Samsung's phones are compatible with styluses, the company is one of the few that does. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is the most recent Ultra variant, which is the obvious pick if you want a stylus for things like sketching or writing handwritten notes. This phone includes a stylus in addition to a place for storing it. However, you might also think about a Z Fold, such as the Z Fold 5. This model lacks a stylus and a slot for one, but it does support the S Pen, which you can purchase separately. Because of its large screen, this phone is perhaps the ideal one to use a stylus. On the other side, you can purchase any Samsung phone and forgo the Ultra as it has an unnecessary component if you don't care about a stylus. We'll just have to watch events unfold and see what happens. You may follow all the news and information regarding the upcoming Samsung flagship on our channel in the interim. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting updates on the latest technology. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.